Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today is tip 202, I believe it is. I know I'm running late today, but today was a critical day at work, and I had some critical things to get done. And as of this point, I got them all done. So that means anything else I get done today is bonus. I thought today I was going to talk about angry people, because these days we know there's a lot of angry people out there. And I thought I would kind of look at, one, is it a normal thing? And we kind of all know it is, because we've all run into a million of them lately. And two, are there any thoughts on how to handle them? I'm going to say, for me, I think the greatest gift has been part of the challenge the past year, a lot of meditation and journaling, so that you're not building up anxiety inside you or keeping yourself high on the emotion, low on the emotional scale. Because on the emotional scale, low means that you're at the middle areas, worry, and then anger, despair, frustration. Those are all things that are low on the emotional scale. And angry people live in a place of those type of emotions. So what I did is I looked up an article, and the article is by Charles Spielberger, and he's a psychologist, and he was talking about angry people. And he said, basically, angry is normal, and it can sometimes be helpful. However, it gets out of control and can lead to problems and be very destructive. And I think we've run into a lot of that lately because of COVID and people being locked up and people not knowing how to release feelings, and it causes them problems, and their reactions to people are bad. And I think some of us have to know that when somebody comes at us that way, they've got other issues going on that they need to work out themselves. It's not you. It's just that they found a target that they can release it on. The problem is that if it gets out of control, it can lead to problems and be destructive. It can lead to problems at work. It can lead to problems in personal relationships, and it can lead to problems in overall quality of life. It makes the person who carries that kind of anger and doesn't know how to control it, it makes them feel like they're out of control, unpredictable, powerful emotions. They don't know how to manage their own life. The problem also is it can build with fury and rage. It creates, and this is kind of sad and concerning, it creates biological issues within a person. It causes heart racing and blood pressure increases. It increases hormones like adrenaline and non-adrenaline. So they were kind of talking about types of anger and how people can kind of try to manage it. And they were saying there are two types. There's event anger and there's worry brooding anger. And event anger is just one little thing happens and somebody's been building up a lot of stuff and they just lash out. And the second type is worry or brooding, and people worry and brood, and then they actually go off on somebody about something that's totally unrelated to whatever it is they're holding inside. They say there are also 3 ways to express it. One is aggressive in expressing it, suppressive, in other words, not expressing it, or calming, just trying to use tools to keep yourself calm. And they kind of even said in this article that it's fine to be assertive, but being pushy and demanding is absolutely unacceptable. But we all kind of know that. Pushy and demanding doesn't get anybody anywhere quickly. They are talking about unexpressed. It can lead to if a person has spent a lot of their life suppressing anger, as they get older in their lives, they do tend to have a personality that makes them appear to be perpetually cynical and hostile even. And I thought that was interesting, because then maybe when you see these people that you just think are angry all the time, maybe it is because they've grown up withholding it for their whole lives, never learned skills to manage it, and then all they do is lash out all the time because they don't properly know how to manage it. They kind of commented that this type of person is a person who's always trying to get back at somebody. If they probably would steal something, they would destroy something of yours. They're always trying to get even because they always think that they're owed something. The good thing about this article is they did give tools. So if people are willing to try to do something to improve their anger issues, it says people who are easily angered simply feel things can only be done one way, and it's their way. They can't take things in stride. They become infuriated if things are not done exactly as they think they should be done. and then they end up lashing out. They said this tends to leave from a family background, that a large portion of that seems to be that the family allowed that to happen in that individual. So it does come from a family background, generally speaking. Now, what the good thing is here's the strategies they were talking about in managing it. And I'm going to say I agree with a lot of these, because a lot of these have to do with anxiety also. And anger is probably a form of an anxiety, or it's a way that somebody with anxiety lashes out. And these are normal tools that we all know about, especially those of us in the Doc V Challenge. But you use relaxation tools like deep breathing, imagery, like putting yourself in a place where there are positive things. Do you like being in the mountains next to a river flowing? Do you like to be on the beach with maybe turtles walking next to you? Do you like riding a bike with the wind flowing through your hair? You know, what kind of imagery can you use to try to make yourself come back when you hit an edge? They said that these are strategies you want to practice daily so that you can keep yourself, because we all know that that's not a state that anybody should stay in for any length of time. It's just not healthy. Getting angry doesn't fix anything, and it won't make the person who's angry feel any better. And, you know, something we've learned a lot even in law of attraction is you can be as angry as you want, but the person on the receiving end, you're not hurting them. You're only hurting yourself. That's an internal dragon that you want to battle, because if you carry anger with you, you are destroying the inside of your own body. You're not destroying the people that you're lashing out at. They were kind of giving other pointers too, like if traffic makes you crazy, pick another route. If your child's room is messy and you don't like it, pick another route. You just need to shift your focus somewhere else. You've become obsessed with focusing on something that is really probably none of your business, and you just need to direct it elsewhere. It seems like there are other issues if you can deal with, like meditations and imagery. There are books and courses on relaxation techniques. There are non-strenuous activities like yoga and meditation that can help you calm. So those are things you do really want to add into your life every day to try to manage it in a better way. Because I've heard a lot of people talking about a lot of angry people lately, and I think it goes back to that there's been a lot of stress, and I think stress has led to people being more angry than they normally would have been. There will always be anger. You just need to use techniques and learn techniques so that you can manage it, because ultimately when you become angry, the only person you're hurting is yourself. You're not hurting the recipient of it. You can do those if you get to that extreme edge, like they were talking about early in the article, that leads you to be the cynical and hostile person, then you do retaliatory things. And that's kind of dangerous too, because that can get you in legal trouble. So the best bet for everybody is look for techniques. There are a million techniques out there to help you out. Deep breathing, imagery, books and courses, see a psychologist, calming phrases, non-strenuous yoga, Pilates, meditation. There are lots of tools that people can use. So if you find yourself on the edge of that anger a lot, maybe there's something you can do to kind of make it a little better. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. I think I'm going to break for lunch or something fairly soon, since the work day is looking really, really good. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And if something isn't going right, take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and come back at it with a fresh start, a picture of something beautiful in your mind. Enjoy your day, and thank you for everything. Have a great weekend. Oops, it doesn't want to stop.